Good morning, everyone. You're going to start without me, Hunt Tater? Hey, can everybody hear me okay? Can you see me? How's it look? Hello, hello. So, how's everybody doing today? Loud and clear. Perfect. Oh, good morning, baby. Breakfast of champions. So, today, what I wanted to do for you guys is I've got StreamYard up, and I was trying to figure out how I could stream the shrimp tank upstairs so I can do a feeding video for you. And I've got a couple webcams, they're security cameras that plug into USB. And I was trying to see if I could get those to work somehow by setting that up with Streamlabs and being able to do the picture in picture and stuff that you see all the time. But it was a pain in the butt and I couldn't figure it out. So I decided that I would use StreamYard. So I've got my phone set up upstairs on the shrimp tank. So if you see, you got the little shrimpies there. So after a little bit, I will run up there. I'll throw some food in there, and we'll see my shrimp eat. I needed to wake you up to see the stream. Neighbor says he's doing great. Thank you, thank you. Now I set up Nightbot, but I don't know if I got it to work. So let's see. Hey, look at that. So you missed my introduction and me being awesome, and I don't know why you would walk away right now. You know the stream was starting, Brian. This is this is a terrible time for you to step away. It's not cool, man. So if you saw my thumbnail from my last video, I got my Mark Shrimp Tanks t-shirt, which I'm super stoked about. You missed this. I did that. That was about it. Oh, you can see that girl's buried right there. Don't leave me, Brian. I need you. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then we will get the feeding video underway. So did you miss me, guys? It's been a week without me. We're doing good, man. Just taking it day by day with everything that's going on. So, are you married, Brian? You got kids? The fly bugging me. I'm just posting the stream to a few different groups real quick. I promise I won't play on the computer this whole time. May have to murder this fly though. Tater's gonna be AFK but listening. Nice, Brian. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that. You've been married for 25 years now? What is it, a G-Quack? Oh, my mic was muted. Is it muted? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Now you can hear me, right? Yeah? Hey, Leah. I muted my mic. I didn't. I didn't know you couldn't hear me. Yes and no. You could kind of hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you could hear me now. Now it's not muted. Okay, good. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if you want to listen to me talk and babble. So after being on Dennis's stream last week and then doing my stream for 2 hours, there was a good three days that my throat was just killing me from talking so much, and it took a little bit. And Brian says, "Hit the like button." Yes, do that. Do things and stuff. You unmuted, then muted it. Now it's not muted. Yeah, you messed that up. Oh no, is Nightbot acting up? Spam protection. Here, let's just disable all of this. I don't know what it does. There you go. Spam away. I don't care. Is she still blocked? feel so bad. My pot's a butthole. Yeah, I'm in the StreamYard right now, so I'm not seeing some of the things that are happening on YouTube in the chat. She's upstairs right now. I had woke her up, so at some point I'm sure she's going to come down here. So for all of you guys just joining us, I have my phone set up upstairs and I'm using StreamYard. So we've got the shrimp. Look at that. I got my little shrimp tank. So it's not, you don't have to stare at my ugly mug all day. We can look at some shrimps. And if you get tired of, I said my audio was removed too. Maybe you can't just look at the shrimp. You have to look at me. Oh, no. There we go. It is 11:12 a.m. Oh, hello. Hello to you. You want strawberry shrimp? Well, they're more like red jellies because if you look at that female up front, she's got almost, she's not quite a really, but she does have a clear belly. You can really see the eggs under there. Sorry, Andy. You don't get to be in camera. So what do you guys think? Should I go drop some food in there? You want to watch them swarm the camera? All right, let me see if I can turn this just on the shrimp cam. Okay, can you guys still hear me? Did I do it right? All right. Well, I will be right back. I'm gonna go drop some food in. All right, I'm back. So this is my homemade duckweed food. And the shrimp absolutely go crazy for it. Now, I do have some mystery snails in there, so they're probably going to swarm the food as well, so I apologize for that. But if you're wondering how I make this food, there you go. All right. And can you guys still hear me? Am I talking to myself? No, John, I haven't. I've heard Pure Nordic has some good food, though. I know a lot of people feed that. John asked if I've tried Pure Nordic shrimp food. I've tried Shrimp King, and I use a lot of the Glass Garden foods. So I've got Mineral Junkie, I've got Shrimp Fit, I've got Bacter AE. So they make really good food. And Shrimp King does too, but it's a little bit on the pricey side for Shrimp King. And I ended up making my own food, and it's done great. They absolutely love it. And I've got a crap ton of it now. So I'm probably not going to have to buy food for a very long time. It's because I just went up the stairs. Amber said I'm fat kid breathing. Dennis, how could you do that to me, Dennis? You're calling me a noob? I've got two screens. Look at this. This is at least novice level. Like I was a noob last week. Now we're getting up there. Who's auctioning off a fridge? Ginger has some Shrimp King stuff called Biotase Active from a package deal from Flip Aquatics. She has no idea what it is. What are you selling, Leah? Is it a website for your food? Do you sell food? I want some food. Yeah, that's some extreme social distancing, Brian. Leah's a cam girl. Oh my gosh, Leah. And I apologize for the fuzzy picture on the shrimp. You should have seen it for using those webcams I had. It was awful. So this is 10 times better than what I was trying to do last night. And I was actually up until 3 o'clock trying to get this figured out for you guys. So I didn't want to just do another stream where I'm sitting here talking. Like, I love talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun, but I wanted to do something more for you. So I'm glad I was able to get this set up. I know it's not the clearest picture, but oh, I thought you knew him, Leah. Is it still muted? Where's don't I have like a bar that shows me my mic? So I can see the yeah, it's talking. It's working. Hey, what's up, alien? Thanks. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Because I do talk to myself. That's fine, but I feel like it's more entertaining when I have somebody else to talk to. Hey, Lauren, welcome to the stream. Got some new people in here. It's not it's not my normal friends. There's actually people that don't know me in here. And just so you guys can see, like what I was talking about my food, this is my duckweed food. And if I feed this exclusively to my shrimp, this is going to last me forever. And then I have this veggie mix, which is mostly vegetables and some vitamins. And I feed this to all of my fish except the Oscars. What game are you going to be streaming, Alien? Hey, Dennis, Pure Shrimp, what's up, man? What auction? I'm not auctioning anything. I got nothing for sale. Unless you want to buy my shrimp food. But I don't trust giving this to other people. Like if I risk my animals' well-being for me trying to make stuff, then okay. But let me thoroughly test everything before I start selling anything. Niebuhr says I got some new friends. Brian wants to talk about the shrimp. So Brian, these are shrimp, red ones, and they're eating food. What voices in my head, Tater? I didn't think anybody else could hear those. Well, you guys watch my YouTube videos. It's pretty much me talking to myself. John asks how many shrimp I have. Alien, Contagion, Active Aggression, or War Thunder. I haven't heard of any of those games. Honda Civic? Who's got a Honda Civic? I have a Chevy Impala I'm trying to sell. It drives in first and reverse. That's it. First person zombie killing, RTS. Okay, so these are my red cherry shrimp. I started out with 10 really super dark cherries. And if you've watched my videos at all, you know that I've struggled with this tank. And I'm a new shrimp keeper. I've been doing this for about 6 months now. And it's definitely become my favorite aquatic animal to keep. And I feel like with this tank, I've really perfected everything and I've got it to where it's really starting to blow up. So in this tank, I've got about 100 red cherry shrimp, varying grades and hues and colors, because I haven't quite figured out what I'm looking for when I'm culling. About 3 months in, I added some blue velvets. So in my last couple videos, I talked about how I've culled the blue velvets and their offspring from this red cherry shrimp tank. So that way I can kind of perfect that red cherry line and get more dark colors. So what they're eating is my homemade duckweed food. And the main ingredient is duckweed and then Northfin cichlid pellets. So I had some extra Northfin. I needed a dry ingredient to bind to the duckweed. So I mixed that all together, dried it out, and they absolutely love it. My fish love it. The shrimp love it. It's great. This tank doesn't have a heater in it. It is upstairs in my game room. So the temperature is roughly anywhere from 68 to 74 right now. And then in the summer, it'll probably go up to 78, and that's Fahrenheit. So it is going to be a little bit on the warmer side. Water parameters, I don't check my pH. I don't check my KH or GH. I run off of just TDS. And it's sitting at, this dang fly, it's at around like 210, 220 right now. And when I remineralize and add the water back in, I shoot for around 200, 220. And to answer your question, John, how many shrimp do I have? There's 100 in this tank, and then I have a coal tank in my garage that has 3 blue velvets in it, and then probably like 30 to 40 coals. You're gonna tell Indy that the shrimp are my favorite. Why are we talking about a fridge? I do, Ginger. Um, I posted it earlier, but I'll post it again right now. So if you click that link, that's going to take you to my video on making my duckweed food. And then I also have a video on how I made that veggie mix. And in the veggie mix, it's zucchini, sweet potato, totally drawing a blank right now, but it's zucchini, sweet potato, pureed green beans, pureed carrots, dry spinach, some added vitamins, and then barley. Yes, it was baby food. I got organic pureed green beans and carrots as the wet ingredients, and it turned out great. Like I spent, I don't even know how long, a week and a half making that food because I had to dehydrate all the vegetables first and then blend them up, and so it was a process. But to have this much food, like I'm set. Like even though it did take me a long time, I'm not gonna need to do it again unless I want to try something else. Am I taking my clothes off? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I was really proud of myself for that, Brian. And it was totally by accident. I just happened to walk down the baby food aisle when I was grabbing ingredients. It's all dehydrated, Leah, so I don't keep it in the fridge. I keep my vitamins in the fridge though. Pure shrimp. No, I didn't make it after our chat. I made this probably about a month ago. I've seen some people make their own food, and I'm really cheap when it comes to my aquariums. I don't like spending a lot of money on stuff. And with the price of shrimp food and some of the other stuff that I've seen, it's with basic ingredients, there's no need that I should spend 20 bucks on, like this much food and it's going to run out in a month and a half when I can make it myself. It's not going to have all the stuff that they put in there, but I can buy all the ingredients for 60 bucks online and then have 20 times the amount that I would buy. Brian stripping? Am I stripping? Who's taking their clothes off? No, taking clothes off. So Brian asked if he doesn't have a dehydrator, so have I tried it in the oven? My only fear with the oven is most ovens, their lowest temperature is 170 degrees. And the reason why I wanted to make my own food and dehydrate my own food was because to get commercial food, they have to go through a process of almost like a homogenization. They have to heat it to a certain amount before they can sell it. So when you heat something like that, it's breaking down all those nutrients. So I wanted to be able to create a food that those nutrients didn't break down and that I knew it was going to be solid, it was going to keep a while. So yes, you can use an oven, but with an oven going up to 170 degrees, it kind of worries me that you're going to lose some nutrient content. So for my duckweed food, I laid it out really thin as a paste on parchment paper in a baking sheet. And I stuck that up in the shrimp room and I turned a fan on. So I had a box fan I just put in front of it. And then I let this box fan run a couple hours a day. And then it did take like 3 to 4 days to fully dry. And my house smelled awful. It smelled like fish for a good week, but it worked. So it's kind of the same concept of a dehydrator. But if you're in a more humid climate, if you're in a colder climate, it's going to take a lot longer for it to dehydrate. And a lot of dehydrators, they're not very expensive. You could buy an inexpensive one. Yeah, Leah, I think you have a video on making shrimp lollies, right? I think I saw that. Like your first video. So is Pure Nordic, is that your brand, Dennis? Pure Shrimp? This fly is bugging me. If you look at the shrimp cam, you see right in the middle that dark red male. He's one of my oldest and biggest shrimp. And then right behind him is Big Mama. She's my biggest shrimp. And I've had her for a long time. But that male, you see how big he is? Yeah, if you don't dry it fast enough, Brian, it can turn bad real quick. Oh dang, man! I didn't know that was your brand of food. $1 billion for a bottle. Oh no, she released the hounds. I said it. Yeah, he's a big guy. I'm gonna let my dogs out real quick. Why are we talking about a fridge? I don't get. Did I miss something? They're gonna start barking here in a second. Quit making noise.
Don't wake me up.
It's on the couch.
That's it.
Do you want to look at the shrimp instead of my face? I love how clear the plants come in. Like the plants look great. The shrimp are blurry. I can't have corn dogs. Come on. Don't knock my computer over. John's shrimp died? I think Brian's just saying that he wants me to eat meat. He wants me to put many weenies in my mouth. Aw, thanks, Nightbot. You're so nice. What are you what are you saying, Dennis? Sorry, Leah, I had to. I know I need a Carradina tank. Did you see the picture I posted on Patreon? Oh, there's that super buried female. She is like gonna fall over. She has so many eggs. I could turn one of the tanks I have into a Carradina tank. I don't have to set up another tank. I could set up another tank. Just one more. But then I have to buy active substrate and buy more shrimp mineralizer. And I work in sales. Nobody's coming into the store right now. Yeah, once we buy a house, John, I'm gonna have a whole fish room. Right now, they're all scattered throughout my house. Look at Indy. He's shy. He doesn't want to come in the picture. There he is. So Indy got some banana this morning, and he made a mess everywhere with it. And then Rip had banana for the first time too. I actually sell sleep number beds, so I'm a bed salesman. Actually, I sell proven quality sleep. Yeah, I think he's actually a girl, but I don't know. I can't tell. There's a fly on my face. This is what my life's become. Yeah, we don't discriminate. Maybe he likes boys. Yeah, Brian, the only reason I set up the patron is because you asked last stream. I was like, yes, if people want to give me money, I'll accept it. But it forces me to give you guys some exclusive content. So it's cool. Makes me feel special. Ginger. I can't see it on my screen. It doesn't transfer over. It says elbow cough. I like the dab better. Now I gotta pull the chat up on YouTube so I can see this elbow cough. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, it's definitely dabbing. So I used to do water changes every 2 weeks of 10% because that's what Mark told me to do. And now I've been doing weekly 20% water changes. So you'll notice that this tank has a lot of mulm. So mulm is it's organic material that's broken down and it's full of kind of beneficial microorganisms. So bless you. If you watch Aquarium Co-op, he talks a lot about mulm and how it's beneficial for the fish tank, as well as I think it's LRB Aquatics. He talks about mulm too. So when I first started this tank, it's actually a dirted tank with a sand cap. So I've got about 2 inches of organic potting mix with about a 3 inch sand cap in there. So when I started this tank, it released a lot of organic material that is slowly broken down over time. And then I added some moss and the moss died. So I had all kinds of leaf litter in the bottom and it's kind of just broken down into this moldy substance. And I really don't know how to gravel vac it without getting baby shrimp or being able to kind of sift the babies out. So I was thinking of possibly gravel vacuuming the sand into a bucket and then drip acclimating that bucket into one of my other tanks and just dumping it all into another tank. Yeah, Brian, 20% once a week. All my shrimp tanks. How often do you guys do water changes on your shrimp tanks? No parrots. No parrots. No birds.
Yes, bird.
Brian, on his Neocaridina tanks, he does 20% weekly. On his Caridina tanks, I think he does 10% every 2 weeks. If he would jump in here, we could ask him himself. He should be awake. This is the time he streams. And I know he's not going out and about with his immune system problems. So Ginger says she gets 20% total monthly water change, like 5% weekly. If it's heavily planted and you don't have a large colony and you're not seeing any deaths and your TDS isn't just going way out of whack, I don't see why it would be an issue. Brian does 10% every 2 weeks. And that's what I was doing for a while. And I don't know if I'm overdoing it with the 20% weekly. He came in here to troll.
Okay. He's up here now.
Is he? We were talking about you. I said, I know you're not running around town. You're not trying to get sick. Look at, look at. I got your shirt. I had to wash it from Teespring. It came out of the package smelling like vinegar. I don't know what kind of chemicals they use in the making process, but I put it on to take that thumbnail picture, and it smelled like I was dousing myself in vinegar. Yeah, I know a lot of places are kind of limiting how many people could go in the store at a time, which I think is smart. But then you see all these people in line, and they're like right up on each other. You got to stay 6 feet, 6 feet away. So, Mark, maybe you can enlighten us. We're talking about water changes, and I used to do 10% every 2 weeks in my Neocaridina tanks. And I know you've recently switched to 20% weekly. So, what kind of benefits have you seen or changes have you seen from versus 10% every 2 weeks to 20% every week? You beautiful wee bastard. You bearded god. You bearded shrimp king god. Yeah, my 30 gallon, I usually do 4 gallons. with remineralized water. Take four out, put four in, and then I top it off with 1 gallon of just straight RO, no remineralizer. Is she buried again? Oh, geez, yes. She's just cranking them out. I guarantee you, most of the shrimp in there are her offspring. 5% every day? We need to get an RO system. Yeah, Leah, I'm gonna be sad when she goes. I know she's my oldest shrimp, so I hope she holds on for quite a while. But she's massive. We'll catch you later, Dennis. Have a good day, man. Yeah, well, I got Mark in here. I will give him a big shout out. Thank you so much for all your help. And my shrimp wouldn't be doing as good as they are doing without all your videos and all your advice and everything. Yeah, no problem, man. I know you put a lot of work into your channel and helping us all out, so it's definitely appreciated. And now I can share knowledge that I've gained from you and elsewhere and help other people too. Here, I'll do I'll do 80 euros for 30 grams. I'm just kidding. I think so. But yeah, check this out, Mark. So this is all of that food that I made, the veggie mix. You can see all the barley in there, the sweet potatoes. It actually smells really good. Thanks, Mark. I'm surprised the mystery snails haven't bulldozed all the shrimp out of the way. Usually they come in hordes and just knock everything away and move everybody around. I'm not going to taste it. Unless you can get CChem to tell me that their vitamins are safe for human consumption, then I'll eat it. Well, yeah, I was going to until I added the vitamins to it. And when I was making it smelled really good.
I'm sure a little won't kill you.
You want me to eat it? It's not the Rona. So I mixed in CChem's Vitality and the Reef Zooplankton, which has astaxanthin in it for bringing out the color. And then Boyd's Vitachem.
Secret to keeping the corona away.
Got to eat the shrimp food or you get the Rona. I don't know. There was somebody here locally that took fish meds to prevent
Yeah, it was something fish
some type of tank medicine or cleaner and ended up killing him.
thing. He died. She was in the ICU last I heard.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go to the hospital right now. That does not sound fun. It was. If shrimp can eat it, so can you. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. Um, Nightbot? That's supposed to be once an hour? Nightbot's confused. But yeah, I will take all donations. Thanks, Nightbot. The fly's in there now.
Yeah.
Good.
Daisy keeps trying to catch it.
Good. Get it, Daisy. Oh, here comes the mystery snail bulldoze. Is there's two ram's horns on the mystery snail. Or is it on the glass? Look at that one shrimp. He's riding the snail. I want to get some bee pollen and make some lollies with that. Every time I price it out though for the Montmorillonite, the Montmorillonite clay and the bee pollen, it's pretty expensive. Nightbot's on one. He's just it's gonna spam everything right now. Can we block Nightbot? I think we can. Is it just not thick enough, you think? I don't know why it wouldn't stick to the stick. I like the way it makes my tongue tingle. Tater salad's eating his nettle mix. Nightbot's gonna block us all. He hears us conspirating. Oh, gotcha. It's just a quick delivery system. One thing I do like about this food is how heavy it is. It kind of stays in one place. There you go. Yeah, citric acid is good for vitamin C, along with absorbic acid. That's what vitality is. Vitality is absorbic acid. So when I do set up a Caradina tank, what Caradina shrimp should I get? Yeah, that's one thing I am worried about is how long is this food gonna last? I don't know if there is enough preservatives in it to really make it last. Pink ones. My wife wants me to get pink shrimp. I like the pintos and I like the blue bolts. I like the darker colors like the blacks. It's kind of what I was thinking. If it's good enough for like dried fruit and vegetables, then
Look how long dog food lasts.
yeah, dog food lasts a long time. So last night when I was kind of setting up the cameras and trying to figure out,
Come on, sit down.
damn dogs.
Sit down.
So last night when I was setting up the cameras, I found a black shrimp in my cherry tank. So the shrimp must have made it through all of the coalings that I've done. But I've had some kind of black and clear ones, but this one is like all black. So once I find it, I'm going to put it in the coal tank, and then I want to I kind of want to mix it with the blue velvets and some of the darker shrimp and see what comes out of it. That's why you got to get an RO system, Ginger. Yeah, Mandy, here, if you were to test my tap water with a TDS pen, it's like 600. So there's no way that I would be able to keep shrimp in our tap water here. And that was kind of my problem when I set up this tank was I was using tap water and I thought to myself, I'm like, oh, I'll breed some shrimp in tap water so that way if I sell them, you know, people won't have to convert them to the water parameters they need, but just didn't work out very well. I'm dumb. The fly's back. The fly's back.
It left me alone.
Well, you can take it back. I saw a video yesterday. Somebody had tied a string to a horsefly and they called it a pet fly, and it was actually flying around on the string. Yeah, Mandy, that's nothing. She said she thought hers was bad at 3:30, 3:50. Look at those eggs. I see 3 buried females right there. It started a chain reaction. All the dogs are barking. Yeah, I think the RO system that you have, Mark, is online for like 58 bucks.
That's it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Can we set it up?
Yeah, we can set it up. The only thing is, I would have to get a container for it because it's got to run constantly. So I would have to set up like a brute trash can or something. And then we have to have somewhere to hook it up to. Depending on how many tanks you have, is how often you'll go through the membranes. I know my local fish store, they they have the IBC totes that they set up for the RO, and they use remineralized, or not even remineralized. They use straight RO in all their fish tanks, and they go. He said he goes through membranes once a month. Dang, Tater, it's an 80 TDS. You're gonna have to remineralize that to drink it. So what's everybody got planned for the day? Doing anything exciting? How much did it cost for all the new filters? Because if I remember, you're still running that older unit that you had. Nice. Leah's baking river sand for her tank. Is that for your shrimp tank or for something else? Amber said she's listening to some bearded dude in her dining room talk about shrimp. The beard is coming along nicely though. So I decided I'm not going to cut my hair or shave my beard until all this stuff's over with. She still steals sand and sells on the Canadian version of Craigslist. Hey, whatever works. I don't know if a 55-gallon is considered a nano tank, Leah, unless all your tanks are over 300 gallons. I see. The fish are nano. Yeah, 55-gallon. That's not a nano tank. He's got one of those old-fashioned well pumps where you gotta crank the handle. And I will say, I definitely appreciate you guys jumping in here with me and giving me somebody to talk to. Because as entertaining as it would be to sit here and talk to myself, it helps when you have people to talk to. Another video, Dennis? I haven't watched the last three you posted. You were cranking them out like three a day. I was cracking up at your top off video. You grab the hose. You're like, that's how I top off. Have a good one. The white thing floating in the tank behind me. You guys, here, I'll feed Indy for you. Give him some bug bites. Do you want some food? What white thing? Oh, the ping pong balls? I thought he was calling Indy a white thing. Can you not splash me? So I have two ping pong balls in there that they kind of play with. He'll smack them up against the glass. Now they're going to get scared. Normally when I close the lid, they freak out. See how big Rip's getting? Dude, you got water all over the place. Yeah, if you look here, I drilled some holes in ping pong balls so that way they can play with them. They kind of just float around a little bit.
That you stole from Daisy?
Yes, those were Daisy's ping pong balls. Yeah, he's spamming my inbox too, Mark.
Do it.
Pure shrimp. Doing one takers, so it goes fast. Yeah, I saw that he sprayed when he was topping off the water. He completely sprayed his plugs. Have I tried talking to my wife? He is a good fish, Ginger. Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to me. Leah, I thought he was going to bite you. Yeah, I thought he was going to bite me too. So for science, a couple months ago, I decided I was going to have Indy bite me and I was going to see how it turned out. And I didn't think this video was going to really blow up like it did. And it was kind of one of those fun stupid videos that you make just because. But I did a video on Indy biting me. So if you want to, after the stream's over, go ahead and check that out. What kind of snails are those? Are you talking about the snails in the shrimp tank, Brian? Or are you talking about the snails in the Oscar tank? Yeah, if you come to my house, it's a running joke. Yeah, yeah, hand feed the Oscars. Here's some raw shrimp. Just put it in there. They'll take it from you. And Indy's kind of a jerk. He won't go for the shrimp. So if this is the shrimp in the tank, if you're holding it like this and the shrimp's down here, he will bypass the shrimp and attack your finger. Yeah, they eat raw shrimp. It's like prawns. It's not my shrimp. I don't feed my shrimp. I love my shrimp. And it actually has been kind of hard to feed him the raw shrimp since I've been shrimp keeping. So if you're asking about the snails that are in the shrimp tank on the cherry tank cam, those are mystery snails. And I've got 3 or 4 clutches of eggs on top of the glass in that tank. You got a baby discus, Leah? He said he's putting them out. Yeah, pure shrimp. It's not about the quantity of your videos, it's the quality, man. Nice, Leah. She sold $20 in shrimp. Yeah, discus are very difficult to keep. Yeah, there is a video on my channel about my niece feeding the Oscars. ASMR video.
Was it the oldest niece or the younger niece?
It was Amber.
Oh, okay.
It's all good, man. Like, I like your channel. Keep doing your stuff. I was giving you crap. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, I don't think I haven't even started my weekly video yet. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Here, let's take a poll. What do you guys want to see me do a video on? Guinea pigs? Now, this is more like what I thought the stream was going to go like. You guys wanted to look at snails, right? That was a goal today. You came in to look at my mystery snails. I can do an ASMR video. So today, what we're gonna do is listen to beard scratches. You gotta Google it. It's auto sensory immersion something or other. I don't know what it stands for, but basically it's like super high def sounds, and people will eat like apples, and there's a lot of dog ASMR, which is really funny. They'll take these high def microphones and then feed their dogs like watermelon and like squishy things that make weird noises. I'm gonna have to watch the stream to see what that sounded like. But a lot of times the ASMR videos, like all you hear is just it's like people chewing.
Oh, I hate it. Stop.
I was way off. That's why I don't remember what it is. Autonomous meridian sensory response. I know some people eat guinea pigs. It makes me sad. Autonomous sensory meridian response. ASMR is a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body. Uh, that sounds awful. Mark, I just watched Pure Shrimp's video. What drugs are you on and where can I get them? Oh no. Please don't play with a water bottle right now, Sadie. And here comes a third snail. So the snails decided to join the party. So do you guys want to keep watching the cherry tank, or I can have Dennis jump in here if he wants to?
Trying to catch a guinea pig.
You're trying to catch a guinea pig? So let's do a vote. So we'll do one for the cherry tank, and then two I'll have Dennis jump in here if he wants to.
I come here.
Amber doesn't want to come on camera.
Look, I'm bringing a present.
Which pig? Oh, you got Fat Pig.
Got her?
Yeah. Hi, Fat Pig. Don't pee on me. Hi, Millie. So this is our guinea pig, Millie.
Leave the pig alone. Go away.
Hi, sweetie. You've got bedding in your hair. You only do ASMR today. Snake food, aw. She's not snake food. She's a sweet little guinea pig. She needs her nails clipped. Bye, Fat Pig. It has to be soaked in milk. No, we're not. Babe, if you poke your head over the tank, they can see you.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had 3 guinea pigs, and then we lost one. She was really old, though. Yeah, Tater, they're pretty chunky. Chunky little
The
pigs.
other pig not gonna let me catch her.
They're not really pets. They're more of looks. You don't pet them, you just look at them. They don't like to be held at all. For the first couple years of their life, we didn't really pick them up. They kind of just live in their cage and do their thing. So they don't really like to be held. Thanks, Leah. It's a nice t-shirt.
No, drop it.
Now we're gonna do an ASMR of Sadie eating a water bottle.
Hey,
That's awful, Dennis.
drop it.
Don't feed piggies to snakes.
Drop it. Where's your toy? Yeah, get your toy. That's quiet. Shut up. Get your toy. Bring it here. No, not that. That toy.
My house has gone crazy.
Sit.
Yeah, I hear you. I couldn't do it though. I couldn't feed a guinea pig to a snake. Mice and stuff, yeah.
Sadie.
You don't want me to mute when I vape? But then you get that awful noise. Yeah, she's a bad dog. Vape ASMR. Amber always yells at me when I'm on the phone with her because I'll hit the vape and it sounds really loud. Hello, dog. Want to say hi? She's like, nope. She noped out real quick. You don't like the silence? The sound of silence. Come here, City. City, come here. Want to say hi? Nope. Dogs don't want to say hi today. Bye, Leah. Bye, Leah. Have fun. Have a nice day. But then it gets more high pitched. So I thought this was a fish keeping channel. Now we're doing vaping.
Sadie. Oh, I missed. What link is he talking about?
I didn't see a link either. I have links turned off.
Sadie.
What were you trying to link, Dennis? To the Pure Nordic shirt.
Yeah, chill out. That place is quiet.
Trying to promote your clothing line in my stream, man. Yeah, Nightbot won't let you share links. Sorry. Unless it's my Patreon, PayPal, and Facebook. So what website do you use for your shirts?
Teal and lace.
Teal and Lace, yeah.
That sounds
My wife makes t-shirts. She's actually working on one for my channel. Did you ever finish working on that or start working on that?
no.
I think the shirts came in today. Yeah, I think they're on the porch.
Sweet. I needed HTV. That's what it was. I was waiting on. But
Gotcha.
that should be with the shirts.
Yeah, we have a heat press and she has a vinyl cutter. So if you've seen my Facebook page, she actually made a bunch of decals for the back of my car. And we were thinking about for one of the tiers on my Patreon, we were going to give away some decals. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Scrolling YouTube. Come on. I just want the link. That's not going to let me. Facebook's dumb. Yeah, I only have one tier right now because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I just set up Patreon a couple days ago, and I just did a $3 tier for just exclusive content. So instead of posting to my Facebook page some of the stuff, some of the pictures I take, I've just been posting it on there. So if you want to see in between like weekly updates and stuff like that, I've been posting stuff on my Patreon. But I was thinking of doing another tier that was like when you sign up for it, we send you some decals. I wanted to make sure shipping wasn't going to be too crazy to other countries. But I looked it up, like Norway and Denmark, it's only $1 to ship like an envelope. So if you guys have some ideas of what you would want to see in different tiers, then I can definitely do something else. There you go, Pearson. Yeah, and it's not like I really need the money or want to ask people for money, but at the same time, it's, if I have this community of people who want to help each other out, then of course I'll definitely be a part of it because I'm a patron for a couple other people and stuff like that too. So I figure if I'm willing to support other people, then maybe people are willing to support me, which is pretty cool. That's not a bad idea, Brian. She's done shrimp before, rainbow unicorns. Enough! Don't knock my stuff over, dog. So this is one of the ones she's done. See if these links work. And then this is the other one. Who's leaving? Oh, see you later, Dennis. Okay, so those links worked? Good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we have another one of the dogs, but I don't have it on my Instagram. You 110? Ah, that's our new car too. Hey, what's up, Chris? So you had some Hoplo cats hatch? Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I should have her. If you look at the shrimp or the fish keeper one, in the bottom left, there's a little tiny shrimp. And I should have her make a couple of those in different colors and then put them in like the four corners. Whoa, this is all backwards. The four corners of the tank. Nice, Chris. Yeah, I'll go check it out here in a second. Yeah, we are big Harry Potter nerds. So we've got the Deathly Hallows on there. Are you really going to go that way, dog? Like, can you not go by all the cords and cables? Thanks, Tater. I love my Chevys. What colors would you want, Brian?
I can do any color, and I can do rainbow.
She can do rainbow. She can do any color. In case you didn't hear. Yeah, she has different patterns she can do too.
I might have to order some, but I have most of the primary colors in stock.
Maybe we'll set up another tier, and like for doing that tier, you get the decals. You do like red shrimp and blue shrimp and yellow shrimp. Yeah, because shipping would be nothing if it's something this big. I could just throw that in an envelope. At least the snails seem to be subsiding. So where are you at, Brian? Me too, man. I'm at home too. Yeah, so in just 1 week, if you watched my last video, these plants are taking off. They've already got all kinds of new growth on them. My guppy grass is reaching the top of the tank. I don't know with everything that's going on how restricted the post is. It may take a while to get there. And we'll make sure to cough inside the envelope for you. Yeah, I was at the stoplight of our neighborhood and I start to turn in and then the car revs and goes, "Urgh." And I'm like, that was weird. So I let off the gas, I put on the gas again, and then it goes "Mrrr," and just revs like it wouldn't shift at all. So our transmission completely died. And I'm like sitting there and my boss had texted me. So I grabbed my phone, I finished my text to my boss while I'm like in the middle of the intersection, not really knowing what to do next. And so I throw it in second, nothing happens. Put it in third, nothing happens. And I put it in first, and it starts to slowly go. So I'm like, all right, I can drive this thing around the corner. And then we were out of a car for a couple days, and we went down and bought a new car. I loved our Impala. That thing was awesome. Your Willie's Jeep? Your Willie has a Jeep? Look at that sight. Snail's got no shame. No shame whatsoever. Snails are, or the shrimp are hitching a ride. They're like, wait, go back down. The food's down there. There's three shrimp on that snail. They're conserving energy. Is that the shrimp tank equivalent of an Uber? An M38A1. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm with you, Brian. Like, as long as it goes, we're good. Until I put this key in the car and it doesn't go vroom vroom, we good. Yeah, I was counting these shrimp the other day, and there's got to be at least 100 shrimp in there. And you wouldn't think it just by looking at it, but like if we were to count this out, we'd be at least over 50 in that small area. And that's just the shrimp that have congregated on the food. And I didn't starve this tank. This isn't, a few days without food. This is I feed these guys every other day and I don't do a lot. I did drop a large amount of food in there today, so I probably won't feed them for a couple days, but they're always hungry. And you can see my crips in the back. I've got some Wendete brown and some Wendete green, and then the Cryptocorn balancea, I think it's called. And that plant really struggled when I first got it, but all the plants in there are doing excellent. And like I said earlier, this tank is it's a dirted tank, so I actually have soil in there. So all the plants do great. I don't fertilize at all. I don't put any root tabs. I don't do liquid fertilizers. It's all just whatever they get from the water column and then that dirt. Yeah, me too, Nevish. Here, I'll share a picture of my planted tank. How do I post a picture on Instagram on the computer? I'm such an old person. Facebook it is. That's why old people use Facebook, because we can't figure out Instagram. Oh, but I don't know how to share the. I can't do it. I'm sorry. This is an older picture, but it still looks good. So this is my community tank. Do you have my Instagram, Nevish? Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. Hey, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in. She did. The car was making a noise, so she turned the radio up. Yeah, I'm probably going to call it here soon. So we'll go for probably another 10 minutes or so. Bye, Brian. Nighty night. Keep your butthole tight. The fly's back. Yeah, right now I've got a pretty bad algae problem in my 60 gallon. I just upgraded the lights, and since I've done that, there's algae all over the glass, and my snails can't keep up with it. I have a Plico that I got recently. It's in quarantine, and I'm going to add that to the tank soon. My only concern with adding the Plico to the tank is it's pretty heavily planted, and I know some Plicos will eat plants, at least from my research. I've only had the giant common plecos in tanks, and I never had planted tanks with plecos. So, but we'll see how it goes. I got a little tiny bristle nose, little albino, the cute little guy. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I'll show you guys me acclimating and adding the new fish. It's so exciting, right? Yeah, it looks like that it's kind of focused a little bit better. I don't know if it's because the snail is in the foreground, so the camera is focusing more on that. But it seems like it's a little bit better quality of a picture. Either way, for my first shrimp feeding stream, that's not bad. I want to buy a webcam that I can use for it. Um, but apparently, everybody's working from home and going to school from home. So everyone is sold out of webcams right now. And it seems like whenever I want to do something, pandemic.
There's so many pandemics.
All the time. So many pandemics. If you haven't, there's a great board game called Pandemic. It's one of my favorite games to play. It's a lot of fun. All right. Well, it looks like we are losing viewers pretty quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I definitely appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for jumping in here, hanging out with me, watching my shrimp. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy this time with you, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so that way you can see any of my content that I put out, any of the live streams. Hit the bell too, so when I do go live, you're notified. Because a lot of times I don't schedule this. It's not something that I plan out. I just, if I feel like streaming, I'm going to jump on, and whoever comes and hangs out, hangs out. So, as always, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.